Hi everyone, welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. The title of this video is Help Yourself or Risk Death Waiting on Others to Help You. It is January 2023, the start of the new Gregorian calendar year. How does one start this year off? Preparing, of course. Over 60 people died during the Christmas holiday winter storm, where temperatures dropped below freezing in many states. Most of the deaths were in Buffalo, New York. Many people called for help, but you know things are bad when first responders need their own rescuing. People were stuck in cars, houses, and apartment complexes without power, and some without power and water. There were apartment complexes that had power, but the heating unit broke, so tenants were left without heat over the Christmas holiday, and landlords were unwilling or unable to provide a solution in what would be considered a reasonable amount of time. This message is important because we are only 10 days into winter, yet many lives were lost unnecessarily due to lack of preparation. Now, I know you're thinking that this event was an anomaly. Okay, so we are saying 60 lives lost due to short-term freeze is acceptable every few years? Or do we take action to be prepared for the next time, such as investing in a $100 to $150 unit that does not rely on electricity to stay warm? Also, we are in the age of rolling blackouts. I am not accustomed to rolling blackouts. It wasn't something we experienced growing up here in the Northeast or in the South where my family is from. It is something you expect to take place in third world countries, but not here in the United States. Well, rolling blackouts has impacted several states since the summer, and rolling blackouts took place during the coldest days of this historic freeze. What's crazy is everyone is waiting for that big doomsday event to happen, yet they cannot handle being stuck in their homes or apartment complex without electricity for several days. Whether you are in a house or an apartment complex, you should have enough food and water to last your family for several days, period. People who live in colder regions that are known to have harsh winters should have a heating alternative in the event of a prolonged power outage during a cold spell. It doesn't matter if the outage was due to sabotage of an electrical substation, or a foreign country hacking our grid, or due to a tree falling on a power line. Some people get caught up in the doom and gloom YouTube titles for views, instead of common sense, straight to the point preparedness messages. Well, here it is. If anyone struggled to survive the last 2 weeks of December, you might want to consider watching my Winter is Coming video, which detail how to survive winter with little to no heat. It has a lot of useful information. And for those of you with a Mr. Buddy heater, watch my video labeled Cooking with My Mr. Buddy Heater to transform it into a multi-purpose unit. Also, if you are someone who has to rush out to do last-minute shopping in preparation for an upcoming storm, you may want to follow my Starting a Long-Term Food Pantry for Beginners playlist. It provides a starting point in developing a 3 to 4 week food pantry on a budget. And finally, for those of you who travel during the winter, even when weather is bad, you should get into the habit of packing a very basic winter supplies in your vehicle. And if you use public transportation, take a backpack with supplies. And this is in the event that you get stuck en route to your destination. Take enough stuff just to get you to someplace safe or home. Such things as a very basic first aid kit, container of water, protein bars if you have to walk, match or lighter, along with washing machine lint to help you light things easier, gloves, rope, knife, flashlight, long johns in the event that you need to bundle up, and hiking boots to walk. If you are a woman that wears a skirt, consider taking a pair of pants to either put up under your skirt or to change from your skirt to the pants. Guys, we have to put the work in to help ourselves. And I don't necessarily mean as individuals. I mean close-knit families working together to be prepared, small communities working together to be prepared, Together is the key word. You cannot sit back and rely on politicians or government officials to help you. There are times you can't even rely or depend on first responders to be there to help. Look at what happened in Buffalo, New York. People called and were waiting for help, but no one ever came from any. Because there were too many people in need of help and too few people in a position to provide help. And conditions were so bad that the first responders had to turn their attention on helping other first responders who got stuck trying to help others. If a poop hits the fan scenario does play out, first responders and essential personnel first priority will be to their families, not yours, which is why everyone should learn to be their own first responders. Seriously take a look at your situation and determine what is best for your family to survive various events. I hope that you have found this content to be both useful and encouraging. If so, please consider to subscribe to this channel and give this video and others a thumbs up to help this channel to grow.